And that is why we are here. Keep watching Newspunch from Ben Television. And today, I'll be your host. From politics to economy, business, technology, the totality of what makes man. All right, thank you so much for joining us on the program today. My name is Tunde Alabi, and the program is Newspunch, coming to you live from Ben Television Studio. This evening, we have 3 segments that will be running live from our North London studio. The first segment, I've got joining me from Nigeria, where we'll be taking a look at the issue of a Edo State election that was postponed, or that is postponed, that is coming up very soon. I've got 2 important guests joining us from Nigeria, one on the side of the incumbent APC and the other on the side of the People's Democratic Party. These are the 2 major political parties trying to unseat or continue the seat of power in Edo State. And our second segment will involve a Nigerian woman whose 32 kg luggage was lost in transit on Medview airline, and every attempt by this woman to speak or get in touch with Medview in the last 1 month has been without any success. 32 kg luggage from Lagos from Gatwick Airport to Lagos, lost on Medview airline, and the airline and its operators have not been of any help to this woman. This woman will be live to narrate our story. We've made every attempt to reach Medview airline to get their own side of the story. Hopefully in the course of the program they will join us. And also we'll be taking a quick trip to Ekiti State, where we'll be taking on some girls from Ekiti State as they look at Ekiti Day as part of our cultural promotion. My name is Tunde Alabi. It's a pleasure to have you join us live here in London. Let me quickly bring my first guest to you. Join us live from Edo State. I have on the phone with me Honorable Osareti Edosonwa, who is the secretary of SAGE, is the Iyamu campaign organization. Honorable Osareti, good evening. Thank you for joining us on the phone today.
Good evening. How are you today?
We are doing very well. And also on Skype is Honorable Washington Osifu, Commissioner for Water Resources and Power, Edo State. Honorable Commissioner on Skype. Good evening, Honorable Commissioner.
Good evening. How are you doing?
We are doing very well. Thank you so much for joining us on the program today. Joining me on the phone is Honorable Sareti of PDP and Secretary to Sage Izeyamu, and while you, Honorable Commissioner, is on Skype. Let me start with you, Honorable Osifu. Tell us, what is the state of things now in Edo State? How prepared is your party for the election in Edo State? Honorable Washington.
Well, thank you for having me. I think I'll go straight to the point.
Great.
I'm of the APC, and I will speak on 2 points. 1, as a member of the APC, and 2, as a citizen of Federal Republic of Nigeria, resident in Edo State. For me, my party is ready as a proper position to preparing yourself for the election proper. What you are required to do is to campaign across the 192 wards of Edo State, the 3 senatorial zones of Edo State, and of course the 18 local government of Edo State. As a matter of fact, we do have to do this to sell our policies, our manifestos to the people. Of course, for us as a party, this is not new. Whatever we are telling the people is not new, because over time we have spoken truth to power. We have also, it's very clear, and the people, of course, can attest to lucid facts, that as a government, under this political party, the APC, we have held on to the rules of engagement. We have been very, very religious with the social contract that we had with our people.
Okay, can I put you on hold there, sir? Let me come to Honorable Authority. Honorable Authority, Honorable Washington said the APC government in Edo State has been playing by the rules of the game in terms of its social contracts with the people of Edo State, especially in relation to this 2016 election. Would you agree that the APC has actually been playing by the rule of the game, sir?
I disagree.
You disagree?
My friend and brother just said. The truth of the matter is that we on our own party, PDP, we have been doing our own things. We've gone around the various local governments on our own campaign, and we have actually been the ones that have been playing by the rules of the game. So many a time you see the comrade governor go out on campaigns, and they'll be doing some of the things that we on our own will not do, such as insulting, not following the laid down rules as enshrined by the Constitution or as it is in the electoral laws. They have been the one not playing by the rules, but I'm not going to join issues with anybody. But what I know is that on our own part, we have been doing our own bit. We have been following laid down constitutional arrangements, and we have ensured that we do not do anything that the people of those states do not like. We actually have been the one playing by the rules of the game.
Okay, can I ask you, Honorable Sarity, one of the reasons cited by by INEC and the security agencies is the fact that the security situation in Edo State, as of the time of the postponement, was not suitable, and the APC has actually accused your party and, of course, the campaign team of importing touts and thugs to disrupt the election. Would that be right?
Everybody in Benin, as a matter of fact, in Edo State knows that APC, they're the ones that brought in a lot of thugs, militants to the town to disrupt the election. But I know categorically well that it is because they know that they certainly going to lose this election. That's why they are crying wolf when there was no wolf. A couple of days ago, you could see, it was that we read in the newspapers, and it's everywhere in town that the former the commissioner for justice, in one of his hotels somewhere around Benin. Lots of people, militants, were held there, and the issue is in the police. And also, a serving member of the House of Representatives, representing Oriolo, to be precise, that's where he has a case right now in the police station, where his boys were caught with so many ammunitions, rifles, all sorts of rifles and guns, and they are in the police station now. And the matter is being is going on as I speak to you now, so they cannot deny this man.
Okay, Honorable Sarity, let me put your oath. Honorable Sarity, can I put your oath? Let me go to Honorable Washington. Honorable Washington, I'm wondering if you heard Honorable Sarity accusing your party of importing thugs into the state.
Oh. That's what I'm saying now, that my party never imported thugs. As a matter of fact, that's why I cited instances of APC and evidences that is very, very empirical, that they were the ones that were caught red-handed with all these thugs. Let him come out to deny the fact that a serving member in APC representing Oriolo constituency in the National House of Representatives. His boys and they were using his vehicle. They were apprehended on their way to Oriolo with a lot of ammunition in order to jeopardize, to disrupt the suspended election by INEC. And also, the Commissioner for Justice in his hotel is also on record. What I'm saying are very, very empirical. They should come back to deny. In their hotel, they were arrested. Men were arrested, the militants were arrested there. So if there is anybody that should be accusing anybody, it's actually APC. It's only actually PDP that should accuse APC of trying to jeopardize this election before it was postponed.
Do you think the postponement? Honorable Sarity, do you think the postponement was by any means a good thing at all, at least to avert crisis in Edo State?
Well, I didn't want to accuse anybody. The police and the SSS have come to say that they postponed the election because of insecurity. Even though I disagree with that, but I know that we are doing our best, and I think anytime they want to do election, our party, we are very ready, and we are doing what we know best, selling our products, to our people, and the overwhelming support that we are getting everywhere. I'm very, very constant and very, very confident by the grace of God that on the day of 28th of September, we will be victorious.
Now, let us assess the security situation in Edo State. Are you very confident that this is going to be a conclusive election?
Come again?
Are you confident that this is going to be a conclusive election that will eventually produce the results expected?
I am not hiding. If I have to look at the preparations that we as the party PDP have carried out or have done, we are very, very ready. And I think that there's not going to be anything inconclusive. We are not going to accept that. INEC also have come out openly to tell the whole world that they are going to do a conclusive election. And we are taking them by their word. Because INEC, as a matter of fact, ought to have been an independent body. And I know that following what they have said, they are going to ensure that this election is conclusive. So anything short of that is not going to be accepted by us. But
your assessment of INEC's preparation, do you see an election that will produce results by their preparation? I mean, the two parties will have been meeting with INEC to assess the preparation of the electoral umpire. From your assessment, from the assessment of your organization, do you see this election coming out as an election that will be said is free and is fair and credible?
Well, INEC, in the last stakeholder meeting we held with them, they actually came out even before they came to suspend the election. They said that they were very much ready, and following the things that they displayed and some of the way they were talking, we were of the opinion that they were actually ready. But let me not preempt them now. I'm also thinking and believing that come the day they say they are going to do the election, they'll be able to do a conclusive election, and they would have done their own homework and ensure that everybody is not disenfranchised and people come out to do their election, and the election is free, credible, and clear without it being inconclusive. I'm not going to tell them, I'm not going to say that they are going to do an inconclusive election, because certainly that is not what I want.
All right, Honorable Osareti, let me quickly go to Honorable Washington in Edo State now. Honorable Washington, I'm just on the phone to Honorable Osareti that has actually accused APC of importing thugs and touts into the state, specifically saying that members of APC, a particular members of APC in the House of Assembly has actually been arrested. National Assembly actually arrested and currently have a case with the police. What is your reaction to this, Honorable Washington?
Well, it's unfortunate that, I'm not surprised, though this is their stock in trade. It's unfortunate that I heard your questions, but his responses were not quite clear to me. But taking it from where the executive summary you have given to it, I wasn't surprised, because for me, talk is cheap. Facts are sacred. You cannot substitute facts, for just talk for facts. The fact is that the political parties are players in the electoral process that will lead to the final election, where the electorate will cast their votes for a candidate or party of their choice, as the case may be. Now, in this process, there is an umpire, and that umpire is INEC, which of course has the legal responsibility to so conduct elections together with allied matters. Well, INEC had to disagree with another institution also empowered by law to do its job of securing the territory of whether the states or the nation, as the case may be. In this case, Edo State. With regards to this election, you cannot rule out the responsibility of the police. You cannot rule out the responsibility of other paramilitary or allied security bodies. Now, in the course of doing their job, it was reported that reports reaching them suggested to them at that time that it was not convenient to run election for the date for which it was originally fixed. That they have reports. Or don't also forget that it coincided with 2 days after the election was to the Salah holiday in Nigeria was to be here. That they got the report that Edo was one of the states marked by terrorist group, to unleash mayhem during that Salah break. Now, maybe the question you want to ask is, what is the relationship between the election that was supposed to be held on the 10th and the Salah holiday that was to come on the 12th and 13th, as the case may be, knowing that there's a day in between, which is just 11th. But you must also know that the day you conduct election, there is no way you can separate gathering of people. It's about gathering of crowd in the process of sorting out your registration numbers to ascertain whether you are the real person who you so claim to be, in a bit to verify you for the election proper. Now, it was also reported, people were warned that this is typical of what happens, at least before 2 years before the coming of this administration, particularly in the last administration of Jonathan, President Jonathan, where bombing was the order of the day. They were detonating objects and casualties here and there. So they had to take extra security measures to say that since the election was very close to the Salah celebration, then they advised that by reason of security reports reaching them, there are vulnerable areas and the casualties will be more if you allow the election to go on. They advised political parties and also advised INEC that on the grounds of security report, it will not be proper to continue with that election. Now, let me tell you something. For me, as a person, I'm like a student. If I am prepared for an exam, it will naturally excite me for the day of the examination to come. Now, there are reasons because I trust my ability to do well and I know I am prepared. I want to test myself. I want to put it behind me. Now, the cost of campaigning in terms of monetary and time, it is unquantifiable. Any shift for one day will affect any participant in that election. And of course, APC inclusive. When it was announced, we as a party frowned at it. Frowned at it because the shift will cost us a lot in terms of time and in terms of going back to the field again. Because if it is postponed, you can't fold your hand. It will mean that you have to go back to extend your campaigns to areas that you have reached before, or even try to consolidate on areas you have reached before, or God forbid that you have not reached even any areas before then, you try to go back. Okay, be that as it may. We didn't quite like it. But it doesn't matter who you are. We must respect the law. Don't forget, experts' opinion is that election was advised not to hold because of threat to life.
Okay. Honorable Washington, can I ask you because of our time? But generally, yes. What is your assessment of INEC preparation? Do you think INEC will give a conclusive or inconclusive election from the meetings, stakeholders meetings, your party and PDP have both attended? What is your assessment of INEC preparation, briefly?
I can tell you INEC every day, even today. When they give their report, they say they are 98% ready. They say they cannot score themselves 100% because of human error. So 98% is safe enough. And I tell you, I don't have reason whatsoever. My party do not have reason whatsoever to doubt their preparedness for this.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So yeah, and as a matter of fact, also to correct an impression, I am not aware. Nigerians are not aware of any member of the National Assembly that was arrested arising from your relationship with militants. If anything, it is reported even on Punch newspaper today and several national dailies. It's online, you can read them, that some militants were arrested, and when they came, their excuse was that some of the PDP bigwigs came to say that they invited them for one of their leaders' political birthday party that was being held and all of that. They are in the custody of the police. They saw them with submachine guns and several dangerous weapons. And they'll be charging them they were supposed to charge them to court today, but I'm sure the filing papers and bringing them, doing what is necessary to complete it.
From that your statement, if the police could arrest people with machine guns and are we looking at a peaceful election by enemies? I'm going to ask Honorable Sanity that same question as well.
Excuse me. What that confirms is that the security report of the police. We as a party were not comfortable with it when they were talking about the ship. I do not think any political party was convenient with it. INEC wasn't even convenient with it. But again, don't forget, I just told you that you do not doubt an expert opinion.
Are you sure we are going to have a credible, peaceful election?
What has happened now has given credence to what the security report that they gave.
Okay, finally, let me come to Honorable Sareti on the phone. Honorable Sareti, there has been accusation and counter-accusation. You did make an accusation that members of APC at national level was arrested, and he has just said that reported on national dailies today, the people talks were arrested claiming allegiance to PDP members. But in summary, are we looking at a credible and peaceful election in Edo State come the election day?
Yes, we must always look for the best and look forward to that. Because we are not INEC, we are PDP people. We are the party. We are not looking at anything short of a credible and a peaceful and a conclusive election. That is what we desire, because I know come November 12th, there must be a change of party. There must be a new government in Edo State. The people are yearning for this change, the change that we have always been talking to our people, telling our people about. This product of changing the change, everybody in Edo State, over 80% of the people in Edo State, they are yearning for that. So because of that, we are not looking at anything short of the.
All right, fantastic. Honorable Sadati, thank you so much. We are going to continue this discussion at some other point, at some time very soon. We'll continue this discussion on Edo 2016, the preparation so far. I've been talking with Honorable Sadati Edo Shawa, the Osage Iseyamu campaign organization in Edo State on the phone, and Honorable Washington Osifo, Commissioner for Water Resources and Power, Edo State. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the program today live from our London studios.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night. All right, let's quickly take a short break while I'll be bringing Mrs. Olubukola Ogundare to join us on the program as we review MedView treatment of a customer who lost almost 32 kg of her luggage in transit. Don't go away.
On Ben TV, I've actually been on the channel, yeah. Ben TV!
You need to go home to discover who you really are.
It's not trouble.
A woman with a bright prize on her head, pregnant for the crown prince.
We can work through this. My request is word.
From yours.
Do you have any cutlery?
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us on the program. About 2 months ago, a Nigerian woman flew a Nigerian airline, Medview specifically, from Gatwick Airport to Nigeria. Along the line, a luggage weighing about 32 kg was lost, and every effort to trace the luggage and to make the airline account for the luggage seems to have proved very abortive. In the course of trying to put this program together, we have sent emails to Medview. The email address supplied by Medview, which I did call Medview, I called one of their senior persons. She gave me an email, info@Medview. If as a media channel, we sent email to Medview email, and that email was not delivered. At least I've got several attempts, and it kept bouncing, saying cannot be delivered. I can imagine what customers will be going through if an airline could not even maintain successfully an email contact. I can imagine what customers will have to go through. So we have made efforts. I made calls to Medview. I've sent emails to several email addresses to ensure that they know what we're going to do today. Join us on the program so that we're not trying to blackmail Medview. They can be part of the program, but up till now, we are yet to get any feedback from them. Hopefully in the course of this program, the next 10-15 minutes, somebody from Medview will be able to join us, as we have made them understand that this program will be running at this hour. But let me quickly bring to you Mrs. Olubukula Ogundade, who will be telling us her story. Madam, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to have you. Quickly, in 1 minute, quickly narrate to us what happened between you and Medview and your luggage.
Okay, what happened was on the 13th of July, I traveled with Medview from Gatwick Airport. I checked in 2 luggage, and one was not labeled, and instead of the lady at the desk to tell the baggage handler to bring that luggage back up so that she can label it, she didn't. She just phoned them and said, oh, when you get to Lagos, you will definitely get your luggage.
Were you not there when they were moving the luggage?
I was there. I was there. I think she pushed the wrong button and the luggage just went through.
You
without
called
the
attention
barcode
to it that she didn't label the luggage.
I was still there. She was there. I was there in front of her. And she said, don't worry, the luggage will be in Lagos. So in the end, at the boarding gate, I complained, and Mr. Kirit Masrani gave me a barcode and said, when you get to Lagos, if you don't get your luggage, call Blessing or go to our London office. So on
Lagos office.
Lagos office. But at the airport, I was the last person to came out from the airport on that day, around 10 a.m. in the morning. So I went to their office. Blessing was not there. I filled in a form, and they said, oh, there will be Medview on another flight 2 days after I should come to the airport. I went to the airport, nothing. My uncle here started phoning Mr. Kirit Masrani. He would said, oh, tell her to go to the airport. The next plane, the luggage will be on it. I spent 3 weeks in Lagos, no luggage. I went to Olowu Street to complain.
Which is the Lagos
head office. Okay. I met Mrs. Marian Bankole. She gave me this website.
Which is info@medview.com.
That's her writing.
Okay.
I didn't write this.
Okay.
So she said, oh, madam, go and do it. Tell us all the complaints.
I actually sent email. I called Medview.
Yeah.
They gave me the same email. But the email I sent to info@medviewairlines.com could not deliver.
The same thing.
Bouncing. They kept returning to me.
You
had the same experience.
The same, 21 times. I've got everything here. The server tried to deliver it 21 times. No luck.
No luck.
And since then, I've been calling Medview office here. They said somebody will get in touch with me in 2 hours. Since on the 5th I came back, no one up to now. I've written 3 letters to them, recorded. I've got the proof. It was delivered, signed for. No one up to today.
You wrote to them, recorded letter,
yes,
received and signed for,
yes,
and nobody has actually acknowledged your letter,
nobody,
or given you a phone call.
Nobody up till now.
Okay, we have evidence of letters, recorded letters written here written to the operations manager, Medview Airline, tracking and signed for. And this one signed
again, second one.
And another one signed for again, proof of delivery signed for, and the third one again. Delivered and signed for. But despite all these letters to Medview complaining about your luggage, what's the kg, by the way?
31.7.
Average, put together around 32 kg luggage. Yeah. And for 3 weeks in Nigeria, you couldn't find anything.
No.
2 months you've been back, nothing was done. No. You sent an email to the email bounced. Yes. I did send the same email, were bouncing back. Yeah. And then you gave them recorded delivery signed for, and nobody has acknowledged till date.
Up to now.
32 kg luggage. Yeah. How do you feel when people say patronize Nigeria thing? Now here, he's a Nigerian airline that has treated another Nigerian this way. How do you feel?
Very bad. Very bad. Very, very bad.
Let us assume those things, some of the things you have in your luggage would probably include life-saving medication.
Yes, my medication was there. All my eye drops were there. All the gifts for the family was there. All my things that I wanted to use for the wedding that I went for was there. So everything was actually there. And up to now, no one. Even when I went to Maria Bankole, I said, look at the clothes I was wearing. Look, it's not my size. This is not mine. I borrowed it. And she said, please, madam, we will sort it out. Up to now, nothing. I text Bankole when I got here. She didn't reply my text.
And this is how long now?
I came back on the 5th. I said Bankole on the 8th.
This is the total
of scenario. August. 2 months.
2 months.
2 months
yesterday. You've been trying to chase your luggage.
Yes.
For 2 months with Medview. Yes. Nothing has happened.
Nothing up to now. They've got my house number, they've got my email number, they've got my phone number, everything.
Would you ever fly any Nigerian airline?
Never, never, never again. Never again in my life. Even if it's for £1 per trip. No way. No way. But they really let us down.
But when Nigerians or Nigerian government or Nigerian people campaign about patronize Nigerian made, Nigerian products, Nigerian goods, Nigerian airline, good Nigerians like you try to do the same thing.
Yes.
How do you feel?
It's
trying to be a good Nigerian.
Yes, it's really annoying because when you try to promote what comes from your country, from your own country, and they are not treating you well, you will feel like, what are the foreign airlines doing that they cannot do? I think they just don't want to change their ways. All they are in for is just to get money, do the business. When it's crashed, then they will leave.
All right. I'm afraid Mrs. Olubukola Ogundare will follow up on this for you.
Thank you.
We're still going to have to bring you back at some point to see how far this has gone. I actually made a call to Miriam. You gave me a number. I called Miriam Bankole. Yeah. I called Miriam Bankole, one of probably supposedly, she was one you met in their Lagos office.
Yes, Ologu.
So she's probably one of their senior managers or directors at some point, I suppose. She, as of the time I called her yesterday, informed her of this program. She is in Saudi Arabia as we talk. She said to me she was in Saudi Arabia and that she's not able to speak to Medview, but she did give me email address, and the email address she gave me was the info@medviewela.com and other emails. But unfortunately, my email to Medview, info@medviewela.com, would not deliver. If an airline that flies international cannot even maintain ordinary email contact, what can they do then? What can they do? If the email contact info@medviewela.com is what they have on their website, is what they give to customers, is what they have given to media, and that email will not deliver, what can they do? Medview, if you're watching this program, if you cannot maintain your website, deliver a reasonable, effective email contact, what can you do? I'll be waiting for an answer. My name is Tunde Alabi. Madam will follow up on this for you.
Thank you very
We'll be
much.
bringing you back very soon to see how far this has gone.
Okay.
We really feel for you what it is to have this kind of scenario. And it's a shame, as we say, let's promote Nigeria. And as Nigerians, we treat one another this way. It's a shame. I'm sorry, but we'll follow up on this for you.
Okay.
You can trust us for that. All right, let's
Thanks
go to the next break as I bring in my next guest. Don't go away. We'll be back.
On Ben TV, I'll let you be on the channel, yeah. Ben TV!
Bavidi Luxury Hotel, the newest home away from home in the Nigerian hospitality industry. 10 minutes only from the local and international airports. It's the perfect spot for your relaxation whenever you are in Lagos. 24-hour non-stop electricity, cozy and colorful rooms, Wi-Fi internet connection, and flat screen cable television. Bavidi Luxury Hotel. Our exquisite restaurant and full bar are simply second to none in taste and style. Bavidi Luxury Hotel. We are located at the posh, serene neighborhood in the Keja Business District. Your satisfaction is our first concern, so we train our staff to be professional and personable. Bavidi Luxury Hotel, number 20 Moshuda Biola Crescent, Ikeja, Lagos. Telephone +234 1291 7929 +234 708 287 7512. Bavidi Luxury Hotel, the new home away from home.
Tune in to Free Voice Radio every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. with your girl Empress Sonia to hear all the latest amebo on everything Nigeria.
The Osasu Show is a one-stop development program that focuses on the promotion and implementation of sustainable development in Nigeria. This show provides information from state actors to non-state actors and vice versa regarding economic, social and environmental policies that cuts across borders. Your Excellency Executive Governor of Ekiti State, Distinguished Senator Dino Milaya, Honorable Minister of Health, Distinguished Senator Matthew Orihide, Your Excellency Nyenta Mweke. Is PDP going to be able to regain Edo State?
It is the people that will decide who rules them.
Are you scared?
No, for God's sake. I am a veteran.
Is there any such thing as free healthcare in Nigeria?
We pretend to be doing that.
Why is it that in the 21st century, Nigeria doesn't have affordable and quality healthcare for the poor? This is the Osasu Show.
All right, thank you for joining us on the program. The program is still Newspunch, coming to you live from Ben Television. Joining me in the studio now, part of our commitment to promoting cultural values, gentleman from Ekiti State, Nigeria, that is popularly known as a fountain of knowledge. Joining me to talk about Ekiti Day, I've got the president of that cultural group here, Dr. David Orimaye. Dr. David Orimaye is the president, Ekiti Parapor UK. Doctor, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you very much.
And also with Dr. is Oluwamuyiwa Adesua, who is the Public Relations Officer of the Ekiti Parapor UK. Oluwamuyiwa, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor, let me start with you. What is it with Ekiti State now? Because every time Ekiti State pops up in the media, people know what it means. They keep, but this time, what is it with Ekiti State again?
Yeah,
I use the word again. Ekiti State seems to be the only state.
It's very unfortunate what has been happening in Ekiti, but this time around, it's positive thing happening. Okay. Ekiti Parapor UK chapter was established 25 years ago. During this period, we've achieved a lot. And now we deem it fit that it's time for us to celebrate. In conjunction with that celebration, we also try to put in place symposium to enlighten the people about the leadership challenges that is facing Ekiti State, which you have just rightly referred to.
I've not referred to any leadership challenges. I said Ekiti State is always in the news that either for good or for bad. I didn't say anything.
This time around for good.
For good, okay, yes. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so the Ekiti Day is part of, it's a 2-day event.
Exactly, yeah.
So you have a symposium to create awareness and add values to issues in Ekiti State.
Exactly.
Then the second day?
The second day is the day to actually celebrate, to dance, and we've invited important dignitaries, both home and abroad.
Okay. All right, Oluwamuyiwa, let me ask you, Ekiti State is known for academic values and, stubbornness. Tenacity. Let me use the word tenacity.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Tenacity in everything they do. Those values still exist. The tenacity to achieve, the tenacity to succeed, the selflessness of an average Ekiti person, which people have called stubbornness. Do you still have those qualities now in the state and in the people?
I think that tenacity have been eroded over time, and I doubt if we still have it.
Why? What do you mean eroded?
Because you would discover that lately, because the society, Nigeria as a whole, because you cannot talk about Ekiti and take it away from Nigeria.
Absolutely.
And the last few generations after our forefathers, we've not taken it upon ourselves to build upon that tenacity, that what you try to put as a stubbornnness is ability of an Ekiti man to say it the way it is. That has been eroded to a certain level. And that's why whatever we are having in the last few, look at Ekiti State. Since creation, most states that created along Ekiti State have only produced maybe 3 or 4 governors. We've produced 11. 11 in Ekiti State. That means there's a challenge somewhere. There's something that is not right. Because if you kept changing, chopping and changing governors, when do you have plans? How do you follow that plans through? So the way I look at it, and that's why we choose that topic for our discussion for this symposium, leadership challenges in Ekiti State. We've invited people that will come and let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. What are the problems? Why are we where we are? What can we do differently? As much as we're not a political organization, we're a social cultural organization. We're very careful of. But at the same time, whatever is going wrong, one way or the other, affect me and you. You understand? So that's why we try to put that together and see the way forward, how we can educate our people back home, most especially our youth, because they are the leaders of tomorrow. If we claim that we are one of the most advanced educated states in Nigeria, and today we are the poorest as well, how do we balance that? We are the poorest, we are educationally advanced, but we are the poorest. So how do we turn that educational advance into being a rich state? If you looked at the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, we are one of the lowest states when it comes in terms of revenue generation. Even what comes from the Abuja as well, we are one of the poorest. So how do we change that? How do we turn this state into a different in using our educational advancement and change the course of history.
Doctor, prior to this moment, before now, Ekiti State is known for the tenacity to pursue academic life. They don't seem to be business people. They don't seem to have that business, I don't know, but they are more given to a civil service life, work 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., go to school, want to become professor. But lately it does seem that even Ekiti State is not even in the top 5 academic successful states in terms of GCSE or WAEC results. What has gone wrong?
Yeah, I think the problem is leadership and economy. And both of them are intertwined. Okay, if you don't have good leadership, it will be difficult to put a plan.
Is that leadership as of today or leadership before, over time?
It's over time. But the present one has even actually created more problems. And if you don't put...
but some will not agree with you.
It's true, some may not agree, but because... Yeah, some may not agree with me, but that's the truth. Because if there's no plan in place, okay, to forge ahead, to make sure that you consolidate the gains you have made before, everything will wear off. Now, at the moment, the poverty in the country, especially in Ekiti State, is so much that families are finding it difficult to send their children to school. That is one. Secondly, teachers are not being paid. If teachers are not being paid, it will be difficult for...
Is that only a problem of Ekiti State or of
Nigeria? It's not the only... But each state has got the extent of the problem differs from one state to the other. That of Ekiti State is so deep to the extent that a situation whereby teachers are not being paid. If teachers are not being paid, it will be difficult to disseminate, to give information, to give, to teach the children what they're expected to know. Hence, when the WAEC comes, a situation where the teachers are now doing trading, petty trading, instead of concentrating on teaching the children. So when the WAEC or exam comes, what are the children going to do?
So what is this symposium going to do differently from the diaspora?
In fact, that's one of the reasons why, because we'll be having 2 topics. One is the leadership challenges in Ekiti State. We want to actually find out what are the problems with our leadership at home. And what can we do differently, just like what my PRO has just said. Okay, this is creating an awareness. When you have a problem and you are not aware of the problem becomes a big problem. But when you have problems and you are aware of the problem, then you find a way of solving the problem. Okay, now we in diaspora, we are privileged that we're here and we have opportunity to sit down, rub minds together, find out what can we do to actually touch lives back home in Nigeria, especially in Ekiti State. Hence, we have invited those intellectuals to come down here.
Who are those that will be coming for the symposium?
We have Professor Banji Akitoye is coming. We also invited some leaders because we are discussing regarding leadership problems. Okay, we also invite Mr. Femi Adesina is coming. We invite
Femi Adesina, the special advisor to the president. He's from Ekiti State.
It's not from Ekiti State. We just want to tap knowledge. Okay. This time around, it's not
from the presidency.
From the presidency aspect. Okay. Then Dr. Fayemi will be coming.
Okay. Former governor of Ekiti State.
Former governor of Ekiti State.
Okay.
Chief Badebo is coming, and some others. Jenkins is coming.
Yeah, Mrs. Jenkins is from Ekiti State.
Okay.
We have Miss Shadi Eti, former leader Hackney Council.
Okay.
It's not from Ekiti State, but we just want to brainstorm. And we have Honorable Dibo Ajayi, a former commissioner for budget and planning in Ekiti State as well. He's also will be delivering lectures on educational challenges and industrialization.
What about the government in Ekiti State? Any invitation to them? Are they coming, or what is the situation, Mr. President?
Yes. We invited Mr. Governor, but he's sending a representative who happens to be a commissioner for either works, or I can actually established now.
But representative from the government
is coming. Yeah, which of the offices is holding, I don't know now, but it's coming. Even he sent a message to me yesterday.
Okay.
And in addition, also a senator representing Ekiti Central, Senator Olujimi.
Okay, will also be coming.
She will also be there with us.
Okay, all right. But on Saturday, what will be happening on Saturday?
On Saturday, it's going to be, like my president said, it's going to be a lot of merriment. There's going to be an award. Dignitary from Ekiti, from home, from here in UK, and those back.
Even from US.
From abroad, will be given award for their contribution. We have, in the course of our research, we have a lot of Ekiti people in the United Kingdom that are doing so much for the Queen Majesty's government that we ourselves don't even know about until we discover. So some of them will be given an award for their role for being a pride of our state. Because a lot of people hear those bad news. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. So we're doing that on that Saturday. There's also going to be like a launch whereby we can raise fund, because we're now moving forward, we're now stepping it up, because we've done so much in the last 25 years. We want to do other things like scholarship, love to adopt schools and renovate, rebuild, giving students textbooks, books to support, because education for us in Ekiti State is a thing of pride. Yes, our standard have been going down, but we want to try to be part of that process to change it.
Because of our time, what are the days and where? Let me start with you, Mr. President.
Okay, the symposium will be holding on 23rd of September.
That's next week, Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
What time?
It's going to kickstart by 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, where?
At University of East London.
University of East London.
Yes.
Okay, 4 p.m. this Friday, 4:30 p.m.
Next Friday,
yeah. 4 p.m. University of East London
yes.
For that symposium.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Saturday?
The Saturday one will be happening on the second day, which is on Saturday.
24th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
till 3 a.m.
Till 3 a.m.
Yeah, because there are so many activities, cultural groups, everything.
Venue?
Venue is Broadwater Farm.
Broadwater Farm.
Yeah, North London.
Is it free to come or pay to come?
It's free.
Free for all?
Free for all.
Ekiti or no Ekiti?
Ekiti or no Ekiti,
you are welcome.
You are welcome. Because we are here to celebrate our Ekiti.
Come and eat our pounded yam.
Okay, of course. Is it the pounded yam you do while on your gas cooker? Or
Mr. Today, when you get your daddy, you find out.
Ekiti people are known for real pounded yam.
So you want to have a good pounded yam,
you should come to Ekiti Day, taking place on 23rd and 24th of this month. All right, I've been having people from Ekiti State. And by the way, I'm from Ekiti as well.
Yes,
okay.
You are.
I should announce that.
Yes,
it's been a pleasure. All right, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We look forward to you. If you are from Ekiti, you know someone from Ekiti, get in touch with us. I will be able to send you more information. Thank you for being part of the program. My name is Tunde Alabi. Ekiti Agbe. Sorry, I'm calling the language.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
And increase your sales? Well, advertise your services with us here on Ben Television. Ben Television Sky 182. We are here